Hey, uh, I'm Allie, or Allison, and I am a natural science student at the University of Calgary, but at the moment I am in Lund University in Sweden, so that's kind of fun and exciting. Some other things that are fun and exciting about me are that I used to be a speed skater for too long, or a long time. Not too long, I promise. It wasn't too long. But for a long time, like since I was 5 years old until I was about 19 years old, so that was cool. And yeah, now I'm in Sweden because they had English courses, and when my university was like, hey, where do you want to go? I was like, somewhere where they speak English, but they aren't English, so this was pretty much the only option from what I could tell. And also there are other people who came here, and they told me it was the best, and I was like, okay, well, clearly, gotta go there if it's the best. And so, yeah, actually, I got here a month ago. There was kind of an orientation slash freshman week, or a few weeks. And so that was really fun. Met a lot of cool people. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be in Sweden for the next 8 months. So, actually more than 8. I think it's like 10, now that I think about this. But it's a long time. It's long enough. Long enough that I'm sure I'll get homesick and such at some point. Although not yet. We're already a month in, so that's pretty good, gotta say. Since I'm already away, I can kind of go into the things that are the most different and most similar about Canada and Sweden. And one that I always tell people is in Sweden, they take their shoes off when they enter other people's houses. And that was really comforting to me, because we do that in Canada, clearly, because why the hell would you wear your shoes inside? Like, I don't understand why you would, but yeah, it was funny because when I went into somebody's Swedish apartment and I took my shoes off, they were like, "Oh, you don't have to do that if you don't want to." I was like, "Why wouldn't I?" And they're like, "Oh, I thought only the Swedish and Japanese took their shoes off when they went in other people's houses." And I was like, "I thought only Canadians and Japanese took their shoes off when they went in other people's houses." Another thing that's kind of fun, but is I guess the biggest difference between Sweden and Canada, for me so far that I've noticed, okay, not the biggest difference, but a big difference, would be the amount of history. Everything is very old. And when I say that, I mean like in like the best possible way. Like the student union building here is a castle, okay? So I was like, we don't have castles in Canada. And one of the Dutch girls was like, oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Like, I guess that makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, well, like think about it this way. The university that I'm going to in Sweden, Lund University, was founded in like the 15th century. So that makes it like a good at least 300, 400 years older than Canada. So yeah, I guess that's a little intro, a little start to this whole video blog adventure. And so after I filmed that, I went to the island of Ven for a week. So that's a island between Denmark and Sweden, and we played in dirt for a week because, well, I'm taking geology here, and that's what you do in geology. You play in dirt and play with rocks. So we played with dirt for about 8 hours a day for 5 days this week, and now that I'm back, I just wanted to say welcome to the vlog. Glad to be here. See you cats around the block.